Welcome to episode 6 of Sports on the Go. Today we have Victor Blahovic returning from Pretoria, South Africa, and Ikam Aginam coming in from Canada. How are you guys doing?
Good.
All right, good. Today we're going to be talking more Champions League soccer and making our predictions for the quarterfinals. We all know the quarterfinal matchups are going to be Man City versus Lyon, Leipzig versus Atletico Madrid, Atalanta versus PSG, and Barca versus Bayern. We're going to start our predictions off with Victor, and we're going to start with Leipzig versus Atletico Madrid. Victor, who do you think is going to win that game and by what score?
I think this game will be a quite easy win for Atletico Madrid, and I think they're going to win by 2-1. And I think this is because Leipzig lost their main striker, Timo Werner, who's gone to Chelsea, and he had 32 or 34 goals this season, while their next striker, Patrick Schick, had only 10. So I think it's going to be a massive loss for Leipzig, and I think they won't have anyone to take his spot as a striker, and they're going to lose by 2-1.
All right, Ikam, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I go Atletico Madrid. Even though Atletico do struggle to score goals, I still got to go with Atletico. I go 2-0 Atletico Madrid.
All right, I think I'm also going to go with Atletico, and I'm going to go with 3-0. I really think Atletico, their statement versus Liverpool, I mean, if you're not making a statement beating the best team in the Premier League, I don't know what else makes a statement. I mean, they beat Liverpool handily, and they played really good football. So I'm going to take Atletico 3-0. The next matchup we're going to look at is Man City versus Lyon. And we're going to start Ikam this time. Ikam, who do you think is going to win the game and by what score?
I think it's fairly easy. I'm going to go Man City. Even though Leon did surprise a few, I've got to go Man City. I think I'll go 2-0 Man City again. I think there just be too much. I mean, obviously, you saw the performance against Real Madrid. Very good performance. See how they go through Man City. 2-0.
All right, Victor?
I agree. I think it's going to be quite an easy win, and I'm going to say 3-1 to Manchester City. We saw that they were very clinical with the chances they had against Real, and even though Real had two main mistakes that led to both goals, I think City's going to easily take this one.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I think Man City's performance against Real was good, but I think a lot of the harm caused was Real harming themselves. So I think it's going to be a little bit closer. I think it's going to be Man City winning the game over Lyon 2-1. But, yeah, I think Man City is just going to they have more talent than Lyon does. So I think it's going to be fairly easy for Man City. Next matchup, Atalanta versus PSG. Victor, back to you. Who do you think is going to win and by what score?
I think PSG are going to win, and I said 3-2 to PSG, and this is because both teams have been scoring a lot of goals. Atalanta have 14 goals in the last 5 games in the Champions League, and PSG have 12, and I think it's going to be an entertaining game. And we know that Mbappe is probably going to be still out injured, but I think the likes of Neymar, Di Maria, Cavani, or Icardi, I think, will manage to secure the win over Atalanta.
All right, and Ikam?
So yeah, this is where I have my upset. I'm going Atlanta 2-1. I think Atlanta obviously 98 goals plus this season in Serie A. I mean the system they play with 3 at the back, I mean it's really working for them. Obviously they have that their striker Illich, very dangerous player.
Yep.
Mbappe is probably out, so I think this is where the upset happens, and I'm gonna go Atlanta 2-1.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to join Ikam on this. I have Atalanta taking down PSG. I think it's going to be Atalanta 4 and PSG 2. Both of them have been scoring lots of goals, but Atalanta right now is on a roll. They're scoring so many goals and handily beating teams. And I think the loss of Mbappe is a bigger loss than some people think. I think Mbappe is a big part of how they play, especially giving them runs down the line and not having to stay along with him because he's so quick is going to help Atalanta, and I think they're going to control some of the pace of the game. And despite PSG's really great attack, I think Atalanta is going to come out on top with the upset.
I think also, as Ikem said, the player Ilicic for Atalanta, I saw many news that he might be missing out the game after he found his wife cheating. So I think that might be a big loss for Atalanta. And even though you know, they scored a lot of goals, we could see in the last few games in the Serie A they were scoring only 1 goal or 2 goals,
Yeah.
and you could see how tired they were. So I think they're probably going to be restored with their energy, but I think PSG might have more chances and will be more clinical.
Yeah, I think that'll be one of the better games to watch. That'll be a really good game. And last but not least, we have Barcelona versus Bayern Munich. I think this is going to be definitely maybe probably the best game out of the quarterfinals. But I want to see. I'm going to start off here and say I don't think it's going to be that hard. I think it's going to be Bayern 3-1. Bayern has been playing really good football right now with Lewandowski, and that attack is crazy, and they're playing good defense, good offense everywhere on the field. So I don't think Barca is going to have an answer for that. I think Barca has been struggling throughout the season, and I think they're going to fall short. Victor, what do you think?
I totally agree with you. I think it's going to be 3-1 as well to Bayern. And I think they just got to watch out because we saw Neuer made a mistake against Chelsea, which cost them 1 goal, which wasn't enough. But I think you could see that in 8 games in the Champions League, they scored 31 goals, which is 11 more than any other team. So I think they're on a roll as well, coming off a 7-1 aggregate win on Chelsea. So I think it's going to be a hard team to beat. And yeah.
Yeah. Egom?
Yeah, I've got to go Bayern. Although you can't count Barcelona out because, they have Messi. You can't count them out because, any moment of magic can happen. I mean, you saw what Messi did to Boateng 2-3 years ago. But, I think you got to go Bayern the way they're rolling. Obviously, 7-1 in aggregate to Chelsea. It's not just Chelsea, really. In the group stage, they're scoring. They beat Tottenham 7-2. I mean, they just scored so many goals,
Yeah.
Gnabry, Lewandowski, Coman, Perisic. I mean, it's just you can't really stop that right now. So, I mean, I've got to go Bayern 3-1 as well. Yeah.
So looking a little bit forward past the quarterfinals, which 2 teams would you say are the favorites to win the Champions League? I'm guessing both of you are going to say Bayern as one of their teams, and I'm going to say Bayern. But which other team is a sleeper? Which team could come out on top that people aren't expecting?
I think Atalanta may have a chance if they manage to go through PSG. I think they're going to be a strong team, and I think they can be like a dark horse like Ajax a few years ago or a year ago. So I think, yeah, Atalanta might have the chance if they manage to beat PSG.
Econ?
If I go Atletico, I know they're not like a sleeper because, they're a big team. But, I mean, Simeone, you saw against Liverpool, the way they defend, so good defensively. I mean, there's even a time like Liverpool were in their box and they literally couldn't get out. But I mean, I think you gotta give Atletico a shot because they're so good defensively and they can hit you on the break easily. So I mean, yeah, you've got to go Atletico for me.
Yeah, I think I'm going to agree with Victor here and say Atalanta. If they manage to get past PSG and keep doing what they're doing, they're going to be difficult to beat. But I will say this, the Bayern-Barca match, whoever comes out on top might become the favorites to win the Champions League. I think, obviously, if Bayern wins, they're still going to be the favorites. But if Barca can manage to beat Bayern, I think that makes them look a lot more dangerous. And that could really raise their chances on winning the Champions League. You guys agree with that?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you all for tuning in to our predictions for the Champions League quarterfinals. We'll be back soon, and I'm sure you'll see Ecom and Victor again in coming episodes. So thank you all for tuning in, and see you next time.